Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today I want to show you another video card. This is the Voodoo 3 2000. And the interface that is running will be the PCI standard. I have returned the Voodoo 2000 to my friend Dave, and he was kind enough to give me something else in return for testing. He also came with the original disc, which I was very pleasantly surprised. These days it's very hard to find the original disc. And my intention for this video is to test it out and make a small comparison with the between Voodoo Banshee and Voodoo 3 2000 in games and benchmarks, of course. I'm intending to split out on the in one video the small comparison between all three cards that I have tested so far. See you very shortly when I'll be starting the testing. See you then, guys. Guys, welcome to another video. Tonight I will discuss about the Voodoo 3 2000. From the last week, I did try to find a solution in order to put it in function and try out the games and the benchmarks that were needed. Unfortunately, the video card it has big issues. I did try many times to reinstall the newer drivers that I could find on the internet, the ones that are comparable with the Windows 98 2nd edition with Service Pack 3 unofficially. I did try that, and of course the Windows XP that was here on my Samsung 40 GB. Yeah. Right now, the Pentium 3 is running the Windows 98 2nd edition, and using the Voodoo Banshee, it does work properly in any app that I've tried or benchmark. It doesn't crash, it doesn't do anything, except the Voodoo 3 2000. My friend Dave doesn't know about the issue that I'm confronting with. I did look closely on the PCB to see if there is any burnt component. But in order to make a proper diagnosis, you need to have the multimeter, and of course you need a vastly experience in electronics component, such as all type of repairings, such as motherboards, video cards. Yeah. And I'm going to make a demonstration for you to see exactly how this machine works. Again, I'm telling you that the drivers that are installed on the hard drive, the Windows 98, are they're having no problem whatsoever in order to affect the video card not to post or restart or freezing the entire system. So I'm going to show you exactly. Let me use my tripod so I can so you can see what I'm doing. Right now is using the Voodoo Banshee installed, so everything should work properly. Let me turn on the power supply, which is already on, and power on the machine. I had the impression that the memory sticks, the SD-RAM, are faulty. There are two modules right here. Each has 128 GB. 128 megabyte, pardon, I made a mistake. Okay, now let me show you. It will scan for the errors. Now we're going to skip this because we don't have time. Right, solid. Let me zoom in once again. We do have the 160 megabyte of SD RAM. And of course we're using the Pentium 3 processor and the Voodoo Banshee 60 megabyte. That is shown here in Device Manager. The games, I can assure you that they work flawlessly. Unreal Tournament, Quake 2, Quake 1, everything that you see in my previous videos, they're working just fine. Even my DVD burner, that is fully working. And if you can hear it right now, that is reading. Of course, it has a disk inside with all the install that I have right here. Now let me turn off the computer once again and show you. Turn off the computer and show you the Voodoo 3 2000. Right, so this is the blank screen. Now, if I'm normally in this kind of situation that I'm having right here, all you have to do, just according to any expert, that it will tell you that all you have to do is just restart your computer and go to the safe mode. Now, if I'm doing that, to go to the safe mode, the computer will inform me that the system has been halted, pardon. And it does need to be, for the protection, you need to restart your machine. But it will not solve your issue, and even though when you will try to go to the safe mode and restart the entire computer, it will not work properly. So you will have all kind of errors that the computer will give you all the time. So in my case, or probably if you ask somebody else about this kind of issue, it will tell you that the motherboard or the memory sticks are very defective, who knows what else. But it's not like that, because if I'm installing different type of drivers and try different combination with other video cards, it will work properly. So yeah, I believe that we're dealing with the Voodoo 3 2000, which is defective, unfortunately. Yeah, but there is not an issue because I have something else for you guys. I'm intending to build something else, and I will show you the components in my second video about what I purchased from the last week. So see you then. Wish me luck. Bye. Welcome back, guys. So these are the parts that I was telling you about. Okay, let's start with the motherboard, because this is the most interesting part, and of course the cooler, because the cooler is very important. Right. This is the Zalman CNPS 9900, and of course is using the dual fan. Of course, he has 8 gigs of RAM, pardon, and the motherboard. You've seen this motherboard in my previous videos. Is the P8. Let me zoom. Let me show you. This is the P8 H61-MLE/USB 3. Now the motherboard, the chip that is involved right here is defective, so I'm forced to use the network card standard on the PCI standard from here in order to use the internet. So if we flip around the back, this is the I/O of the motherboard. Yeah, what can I say? This beastly cooler, pardon, is very heavy. It has exactly 850 gram, and if you're not careful about the motherboard, how you can handle it, you can break the motherboard. I mean, you can destroy the motherboard just by having this weight, because the weight is too much for the motherboard to handle. So all you have to do is just handle it properly in order to avoid the damage of the motherboard. The other components I did purchase. Let me tell you about something else. The processor. I forgot to explain something else. This is the processor that it has right here. Of course, is the 1155 platform. It has the i5 2500K and the black plate. Let me show you the because I forgot to explain exactly what is going on right here. Let me handle this thing carefully. Okay, this cooler, it has the back plate here on the back. All you have to do is just, he has 4 mounts right here, and of course he has the 4 in each corner. He has 4 screws that you can screw the cooler inside. Now there is a special tool that he had to provide, but the seller he didn't give me one, so I used my hand in order to screw the screws back in place right here. I did cut my fingers right here just by doing that into the very sharp fins of the cooler. And yeah, what can I say? So it has the black plate, pardon, here on the back that you can touch. And of course, he has a glue, but during the wear, the glue is not available anymore. So you have to do just use it by your hand from here, and afterwards you're gonna have to attach the cooler after you apply the thermal compound properly and spread it on the surface of the cube of the processor, and use these screws from here. I did try different type of tools, but they were not working properly. I did struggle in order to mount this cooler here on top. So yeah. Anyway, okay. It has 8 gigs of RAM, like I said before. We do have the Radeon 5770. I did purchase another 5770. My XFX died when I tested out my neighbor power supply, and I'm very disappointed. What can I say? And this one is using the reference cooler instead of the coolers that we are used to know. Is in fully working condition. I did test her out. I hope for the best, because it has only one 6-pin connector right here. This is my network card that I'll be using it instead of the onboard one that it has the motherboard. This is my Kingston HyperX 120 gig. Very nice SSD, but the score in user benchmark is not great. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure why. And the Segate, that is 500 gigabyte and 7,200 RPM. That is present right here. It did not disappoint me, but be very careful with the Segate, because the mechanics inside will click. It has the clicking noise, so be very careful and always test it out first before buying it. Okay, and I have my old chassis that was not supposed to be here at all, because this is very bad. It does look in some way, how should I explain? This is the budget build, of course, and yeah, it's not worth mentioning it because it's just an old chassis. And for the 1155 should be different, but yeah, overall I did include it. So this is my Delta power supply, the 735 watts, and of course it has a weakness inside. On the 12 rail volts, it has something that is not working properly. So yeah, what can I say? We do have the SATA cables. We do have the DVD burner. This is another DVD burner made by LG. It is black edition, and yeah, what can I say? This one too, right here, that is present. I did salvage some of the parts from inside the first DVD burner and the third DVD burner that it has broken. I did try to repair it once again, but I failed because the parts do not match, and I need a different type. I mean, I need a similar model. So anyway, without further ado, let's make the build. Let me put it together and see what kind of results we're getting at. Okay, see you very shortly, guys, and thank you for watching.